Hi everyone, Al the Psych here. I have a quick video for you today. I've entitled it Negative Memories, Positive Memories. And I've taken the information from NLP, the Essential Guide to Neuro-Linguistic Programming. And this is by Tom Hubyar, Tom Dotes, with Susan Sanders from 2013. And of course, I throw in my own thoughts a lot of the time. So if you actually want the pure, uncontaminated version, you'll have to read the book. This is for informational purposes only, as I usually say. Okay, so here we go. This will be pretty quick, I think. Um, when recalling a memory, it can be done in different ways. And two of those ways are disassociating and associating. Okay, so recalling a memory in a disassociated way is when you see it in the third person. It's like a bird's eye view of the memory. Okay, so now it's helpful to do this when negative memories are intrusive and come up even when you don't want them to. Okay, so when you put some distance between yourself and the memory, it can lessen the negative impact. So as you do this, as you put distance between the memory and yourself, the image gets smaller, less clear, less troublesome. So you still have the memory, but it doesn't seem to bother you so much. So if you repeat this enough, if you see the memory and you see it from a bird's eye view and you're not actually in the scene, you're actually looking at it as if you were watching a movie, so to speak, and if you push that scene further and further away, um, and if you do it enough times, if you practice that, this image, this memory, negative memory, may just default to this watered down image. Okay. Um, Now, recalling a memory in an associated way is when you actually visualize it in the first person. So you're in the memory. It's not a bird's eye view. I mean, you're in there. Okay. Now, if this is a positive memory, why not remember it in this way? So if you have a cherished memory, why not experience it as if you were there again in the first person? You can experience the vibrant colors, the sounds, the smells, the feelings, everything. Why not? It's a great memory. You want to kind of relive that. Okay. Now, I kind of liken these techniques to like playing a video game. So some games are from, a third person perspective. Like, I used to play with my daughter, we'd play Mario Brothers, so that was a third person perspective. But then they have other games that are from a first person perspective, as if you were, watching everything through the eyes of, the character in the game. If you've done the video games, I'm sure you can feel the difference, okay, between these two different uh, ways. Okay. Now, in the book, Get the Life You Want, and this is from Bandler, 2008. This is Bandler of NLP fame. Uh, he presents an interesting way of dealing with positive and negative memories as well. And I've got a video posted on that if you're interested in listening to his technique on that. So it's kind of similar but different as well. So it might be something you would be interested in if you're watching this video. Um, okay, so I've talked about memory work in different specific videos that are dealing with like significant uh, trauma images, PTSD, and I always like to just mention that, um, if you're dealing with that memory work, you probably really want to be working with a therapist as opposed to, going it alone solo. You don't want to re-traumatize yourself by going back into, some really ugly memories. But, if you've got some intrusive negative memories, images, and they're to a minor degree, and they just kind of come up intrusively, um, if you have to, again, going solo is not always my preference, but if you did experience them, you might want to then try the bird's eye view of the memory and just try and look at it from a different perspective, as if it was far away. You're not in it, you're just looking at it. It's fading away, and it's getting further and further away from you. It has less negative impact. The image becomes less clear. The colors, tend to fade. It doesn't really seem to bother you so much. The memory is still there, but the emotional impact is not. So again, I'm just presenting information here. It's going to be your call as to whether you want to do something like that or not. Anyway, I hope it was helpful, and that's the end of the video. Thanks.